Okay, so these are just gonna be. I am loving that wallpaper. These are just going to be some for fun games recorded, I was about to say a long time ago, but it appears as though this was uploaded very recently. Now, not everybody in the Minerva community takes PvP very seriously, and some people are quite new, and it's always a good opportunity to learn from some of these games, and he listed Surfetched first, and it occurs to me as of watching this that Feraligatr is the lead. So ignore the order up there, but everything here is single moved, and sometimes you just got to use what you have available. And that's one of the things I honestly recommend people do. If you're into PvP and you don't have a lot to work with, you see he's only level 30, you just got to use whatever you have, and don't even double move it. Don't invest anything. It doesn't look like he even powered up his team. He just used what he had available, and you can win some games doing it. I believe he said he went 5-0, and I'm spoiling that just to say that if you have a Pokemon like Lugia, surprisingly enough, Lugia is not that bad. I've actually seen it have some play in Great League, and it's kind of okay in Ultra League. I'm not going to pretend like it's a top pick or anything you should go and invest in, but Extrasensory has stab, and it's not that bad. You can see it was going toe-to-toe with a Charm user, and it was actually winning that, and he's not even worrying about bubbles right now because this is going to be double resisted. Aeroblast is a hugely powerful move from a hugely powerful Pokemon, and Aggron shielded it, and that's exactly why I say you guys can kind of use whatever you want, because if you are a new to PvP, maybe lower level player, you're going to be up against people who also don't maybe know what they're doing, or maybe don't have their own teams powered up and ready to go. I've always had a suspicion that when you double move your Pokemon, it puts you into like a different bracket, because it's not really fair if you have more moves than the other person, but it's just kind of the investment you need to do. And then of course in the late game you absolutely need it. And look at this. I mean, even a Feraligatr with maybe unexceptional IVs is still an ice type, and Dragonite is still quadruple weak to ice, or double weak to ice, however you want to look at it. So you can win a game even running Pokemon that might not be perfectly optimal. And honestly, there's maybe not going to be too much intricacies to learn. Maybe I can't really get into any insane tips and tricks, but I I can say that some of these battles are really good for the early game because of another thing as well. You get a lot of Stardust from PvP. All you have to do is like go 1-5 or whatever, 1-4, and you're still going to be able to get maybe a few thousand dust from your set. And if you get a 3-2 or a 4 or a 4-1, you win most of your battles, you're still going to earn maybe 10,000 Stardust per set if you're in like one of those higher ranks. Like as an ace player, I'm currently getting like 8,000 per premier set and maybe like 4,000 or 6,000 dust per set, and that can get very quickly. You can get over 100,000 dust a week just doing PvP, and that adds up a lot, and then you'll definitely be able to afford, like Giratina, for example. A second move on that, by the way, the Ice Fang from this guy is just going nuts right now, and I am loving it, by the way. I am loving this. This is so good. Honestly, type advantage is more important than IVs almost every time, and I love that. I love it so much. He's going to shield it. There you go. So you got double shield, and he did swap early, which maybe not totally recommended. Night Slash is certainly going to KO. You don't really even need to shield this either, because Shadow Sneak, again, this might be a single moved Giratina. 1990, I believe, is right around where you can catch it in PvP. I was going to say, a second move on Giratina is like 100,000. Oh my goodness. Mewtwo, no. Mewtwo, you might need to stay in Master League. Yeah, you don't quite have the bulk for Ultra League, unfortunately. Yeah, oof, ouch. But hey, this is clearly an opponent who's just using what they have, and he had some fun. he got another W out of that. But a second move on Giratina, I actually ran a Shadow Claw, Dragon Claw variant for a while, like a few days, and earned up enough Stardust where I was out raiding with my friends, and immediately was like, oh, that's 100k. Boom, went back to 0 and got a second move. Haven't regretted it since. I've quite enjoyed using that because it was a traded Giratina, so the PvP IVs went quite a bit higher than the previous one I was using. Terrible matchup. So in this case, okay, in a more advanced, okay, all right, that's not a winning matchup. In a more advanced setup, if you lose the lead like that and you don't have, okay, so Aggron beats his lead and Lugia in the back. A more experienced player would see a Surfetch and immediately swap out into, in this case, a Rhydon. Maybe literally anything else would have been good. But in that case, if your only response is, if one Pokemon in your team is a response in the back to handle that, you kind of just need to sack. You just need to let Feraligatr go and not even worry about it. In this case, Lugia and Surfetch both have pretty neutral matchups, and even Feraligatr is going to be resisting at least the Fire Spins. It looks like that's what he's using. I don't think he's using Wing Attack there, and this is where you should totally swap. Don't throw this because, again, maybe these aren't the most competitive Pokemon to be using, but this is a good lesson on type matchups. matchups. If you got a fighting type coming into an ice type, yeah, get out of there. Extra Sensory is going to be doing super effective. Aeroblast, if it comes to that, is going to be doing super effective. Hariyama's double resisted with close combat, dropping his own defense. Even if he throws a heavy slam, which is a pretty shitty move, it's not going to be doing a ton of damage. It's still going to be neutral, and this is a really good matchup for Lugia, so he probably should have gotten out of there as soon as possible. Especially in the ELO, if you want to take this to your advantage, Gucci God, you can be aware of the fact that they might not have double move Pokemon. Please hit all those bubbles. This could one-shot if he doesn't shield. Oof, man, everybody shields at Aeroblast. Yeah, Sky Attack at Aeroblast is generally the moveset for Lugia. You might even be able to shield this. It doesn't really matter. You're going to be hitting from neutral with the Feraligatr, and that's one of the showcases of Moltres. Lugia is one of the tankiest Pokemon in the game, but we're in Ultra League, and Moltres also has one of the highest attack stats in the game, I think. It at least has one of the highest DPS for like fire and flying. It's not a top attacker, but it's very, very frail. And oof, Leafeon, even doing grass damage on the offensive. What move is it running to not be KOing yet? What is going on with that Leafeon? I'm not actually 100% sure. Let me look up Leafeon Pokemon Go, because I am not even sure what its moves are. All right, let me look at Game Press. That's usually the one I go to. Razor Leaf and Quick Attack. Oh, I didn't know that Eevee evolutions can learn non-stab moves. I thought Umbreon had, like, Quick Attack is apparently the move that it's using. All right, well, that is definitely not recommended. Razor Leaf is actually quite strong in all leagues, actually. Maybe not Master League, but yeah, Razor Leaf is definitely what you want to be using on your Leafeon. Throw, once again, we're going to be hitting for neutral with Surfetch and a hugely positive matchup for Lugia. It's been said to me recently. I'm going to go to PV Poke. I'm going to look it up just as this is an educational video. Throw, if I'm not mistaken, might be one of the lowest ranked Pokemon in the entire, number 590. I'm not sure what that's out of, but it's really, really low. Okay, so that's out of 675 Pokemon in the... okay, just for fun, Slacking is right next to Cranidos. Cranidos is the worst Pokemon in Great League, and Slacking is right above it, which is funny because Vigoroth, the thing that evolves into Slacking, is actually one of the highest ranked. So there you go. Lopunny is also in that bottom list. That's an interesting one. But anyway, so Throw is not something you should use in Great League ever, no matter what Pokemon you have available. If you have literally nothing else, then go for it. I keep saying Great League. This is Ultra League. In fact, I'm going to look it up for Ultra League as well. I'm saying this because when it comes to Pokemon usage and type matchups, generally it's pretty similar. But let me go to Ultra League and look up Throw. I'm sorry, I'm a little off, a little thrown off here. Number 435. Okay, so he's gone up a couple hundred ranks, but that's still not very high, as there is 468 Pokemon with Slacking once again taking up the rear, and a Typhlosion. I'm sorry I was looking up data throughout most of that gameplay, but copping the fat dub. I hate that so much. We had a friend a long time ago come in and say he just copped a fat dub, and that was just so much slang that nobody in our group used that to this day I still hear it and I get a chuckle. But GG Repper on that 12 kill win in Fortnite 2 or 3 years ago, and also GG to Gucci God for the wins. I appreciate these lower rank battles. They might not be the most competitive, this might not be the most entertaining thing to view for you guys watching on YouTube, but I still think that there's something to learn, and my man lives on a Pokestop. This is a good guy to add. Is he going to show his friend code? Oh, he's not. He's just going to be sending gifts. Well, Gucci God might need some friends. Discord link below. You can hook up with him there. And I'm sure he'll send you some as he has a Pokestop on his house. Thank you for the battles. If you guys want to submit any, link down below. I'll see you guys in the next one.